A Google search for reading instruction research yields 249 million results. Every one of these results, and everything we have historically thought about teaching reading, is based on the assumption that words can't, in and of themselves, teach learners how to read them. But what if they could? What if learners could simply touch or click any word that doesn't pop to mind and immediately get whatever help they need? See the word broken into smaller and more readable units. See, hear, and learn about the word's letter sound patterns.
Sh.
Be guided through how to sound it out.
Sh. L.
National.
Or, if they recognize the word but don't understand it, immediately open a reference system with definitions, synonyms, roots, and translations of the word into the learner's native or preferred language. The majority of our children are chronically improficient readers throughout their entire K-12 experience.
Reading a new word is really hard.
My brain hurt.
Brain started hurting. It's like it kept on boop, boop, boop. I can't understand what it's saying. I kept on getting mixed up with words. It makes my heart drop. It made me feel kind of scared that I'm not smart.
I remember feeling pretty dumb.
Middle school came with the bigger words. I was like, wow.
The words that, like, when you sign them out, they aren't pronounced the way they sound.
After I get done, man, you can't read or nothing. I thought you was smart.
Ever since then, I've been comfortable reading in front of people. And they made fun of me and stuff, so I just never really liked to read after that.
And I wasn't able to read since the 3rd grade.
My grades kind of started slipping a lot. I just decided, I'm not a good reader. There's no hope for me.
Always felt, stupid.
Society don't want you because, you can't read. That's just the way I feel. I'm just an outcast to the whole world, like a waste of breath, just being here.
This crisis is not new. Despite all our efforts, reading proficiency levels have been pretty much flatlined for as long as we've been keeping data. We're talking about children experiencing a form of confusion that's unnatural to their organism.
I think that's an interesting and good way to frame things.
Well, yeah, English writing is a mess.
Inconsistencies, absurdities, facts contrary to the etymology that show up in the writing system. It's a mess.
It's a real puzzle, and it's a very arbitrary exercise in orthography to figure out what's what.
They tell you to sound out, and then you got vowels, and some of them are silent, and it's just like, well, these two work together to make this, and it's like, huh? It's so confusing.
Everything about the ways we teach reading, the bizarre patterns and rules, the abstract and offline methods we use to train the brains of readers, they are all consequences of our archaic, two-dimensional, static orthography. Ultimately, good readers must be able to read texts that are printed on paper, but nothing but centuries of inertia says we have to use static text with beginning and struggling readers. By making the words themselves support the process, everything about teaching reading and supporting struggling readers can be improved.
I couldn't read it. I'd never seen that word before.
O-N O-P-N-D
Opened.
S S-I-N-N
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Buns.
M-A-S-T
Must.
Must you be so?
S-M-S-E
90% Isaiah, a vocabulary test.
And that was the first time you've ever done that good?
Yeah. I improved. sound.
Would you like to learn more? Email or call us. There is so much more we'd like to share.